Afghanistan's economy, shaped by decades of conflict, international interventions and recent political changes, presents a complex landscape of challenges and opportunities. Despite its rich natural resources and strategic location, Afghanistan faces significant hurdles in achieving sustainable economic growth. Afghanistan's economy is predominantly agrarian, with agriculture accounting for about 30% of GDP and employing over 40% of the workforce. Major agricultural products include wheat, fruits and nuts, with a significant portion of the population engaged in subsistence farming. The country also has a substantial livestock sector, contributing to rural livelihoods. Mining represents a major untapped potential for Afghanistan. The country is rich in minerals including iron ore, copper, lithium and rare earth elements, estimated to be worth over $1 trillion. However, political instability, lack of infrastructure and regulatory issues have hindered the development of the mining sector. Services and trade are other critical components of the Afghan economy. The service sector, including telecommunications, finance and transport, has grown in recent years, driven by urbanization and increased connectivity. Informal trade, especially with neighboring countries like Pakistan and Iran, plays a significant role in the economy, although it often operates outside official channels. The withdrawal of US and NATO forces in 2021 and the subsequent Taliban takeover drastically altered Afghanistan's economic landscape. International aid, which constituted about 40% of Afghanistan's GDP, was significantly reduced, leading to an immediate fiscal crisis. The country's foreign reserves were frozen, nearly $9.5 billion by the US, and sanctions were imposed, exacerbating economic difficulties. The Taliban government has faced challenges in reviving the economy amidst these constraints. Efforts have been made to stabilize the currency, manage inflation and resume trade with neighboring countries. However, the lack of international recognition and ongoing humanitarian crises have severely limited progress. Security and political stability. The persistent threat of insurgency and political instability continues to deter investment and disrupt economic activities. Without a stable and inclusive political environment, sustainable economic development remains elusive. Infrastructure deficiency. Decades of conflict have left Afghanistan with inadequate infrastructure. Roads, power supply and communication networks are underdeveloped, limiting economic integration and market access. Dependency on foreign aid. Afghanistan's economy has long been dependent on foreign aid. The reduction in aid following the Taliban takeover has exposed the fragility of the economy and highlighted the need for self-sustaining economic policies. Corruption and governance. Corruption and weak governance structures undermine economic development. Effective administration, transparent regulatory frameworks and anti-corruption measures are crucial for attracting investment and fostering economic growth, human capital. The prolonged conflict has led to a significant brain drain, with many educated and skilled Afghans leaving the country. Additionally, the education system has suffered, leading to a shortage of skilled labor, natural disasters and climate change. Afghanistan is prone to natural disasters such as earthquakes, floods and droughts. Climate change exacerbates these challenges, affecting agricultural productivity and food security. Despite these challenges, there are opportunities for Afghanistan to rebuild and develop its economy. Agricultural development, enhancing agricultural productivity through modern techniques, improved irrigation and value-added processing can significantly boost rural incomes and food security. Mining sector. Developing the mining sector could provide substantial revenue and employment opportunities. Ensuring transparent and accountable management of resources is essential to harness this potential. Regional trade. Afghanistan's strategic location makes it a potential hub for regional trade. Improving trade infrastructure and relations with neighboring countries could enhance economic integration and growth. Private sector growth. Encouraging entrepreneurship and private sector investment, especially in small and medium enterprises, can stimulate economic activity and job creation. Infrastructure development investment in infrastructure, including transport, energy and communication, is critical for economic recovery and growth. International partnerships and regional cooperation can play a vital role in this area. Human capital, development investing in education and vocational training can address the skills gap and enhance the productive capacity of the workforce. Efforts to reverse the brain drain by creating opportunities for skilled Afghans are also important. Geopolitics of Afghanistan, historical influence and modern dynamics. Afghanistan, situated at the crossroads of Central and South Asia, has long been a focal point of geopolitical interest due to its strategic location and complex ethnic tapestry. From ancient trade routes to modern power struggles, Afghanistan's geopolitical significance has shaped its history and continues to influence contemporary international relations. Geopolitical significance. Strategic location. Afghanistan's location at the intersection of Central, South and West Asia gives it significant geopolitical value. It borders key regional players such as Iran, Pakistan, China and Central Asian states, and is proximate to major powers like Russia and India. This position makes Afghanistan a critical link in regional connectivity and energy corridors. Cultural and ethnic diversity. Afghanistan's diverse ethnic composition, including Pashtuns, Tajiks, Hazaras and Uzbeks, influences its internal dynamics and foreign relations. Ethnic ties extend across borders, particularly into Pakistan and Iran, affecting regional politics and security. Resource potential. Afghanistan is rich in natural resources, including minerals, natural gas and precious stones. This potential for resource exploitation attracts interest from regional and global powers, adding another layer to its geopolitical significance. Conflict and security. Afghanistan's history of conflict, including the Taliban's resurgence and the presence of terrorist groups, positions it as a critical area for counter-terrorism efforts. Stability in Afghanistan is seen as essential for regional security, particularly in preventing the spillover of extremism and instability into neighboring countries. Modern geopolitical dynamics. Taliban resurgence and political transition. The Taliban's return to power in 2021 has dramatically altered Afghanistan's geopolitical landscape. The international community, especially Western powers, faces dilemmas in dealing with the Taliban-led government, balancing the need for engagement on humanitarian grounds with concerns over human rights and terrorism. US and NATO. The withdrawal of US and NATO forces has shifted the geopolitical dynamics, creating a vacuum that regional powers are seeking to fill. The US withdrawal marked a significant shift in its foreign policy, impacting its global strategy and relations with regional allies and adversaries. Regional power plays. Afghanistan's neighboring countries, including Pakistan, Iran, China and India, have distinct interests in the country. Pakistan sees Afghanistan as critical for its strategic depth against India and has historically supported certain Afghan factions. Iran is concerned about the impact on its border security and the potential refugee influx. China views Afghanistan as a potential link in its Belt and Road Initiative and is interested in its mineral resources. India seeks to counter Pakistan's influence and maintain a strategic presence through development and diplomatic engagement. Emerging economic interests. Afghanistan's potential as a transit hub for regional trade and energy projects has garnered interest from various countries. Projects like the Turkmenistan, Afghanistan, Pakistan, India pipeline and the Central Asia-South Asia electricity transmission project are examples of how Afghanistan could play a role in regional economic integration. Global terrorism and security concerns. Afghanistan remains a focal point for global counter-terrorism efforts. The presence of extremist groups such as ISIS-K and concerns over the Taliban's ties with Al-Qaeda have implications for international security, influencing foreign policies of global powers, including the US, Russia and Europe. Implications for regional and global politics. Regional stability and security. Stability in Afghanistan is crucial for the security of South and Central Asia. Instability can lead to increased drug trafficking, refugee flows, and the spread of extremism, impacting neighboring countries and beyond. Great power competition. Afghanistan continues to be a theater for great power competition. The US, Russia, and China each have strategic interests in the region, influencing their policies and interactions with Afghanistan. This competition affects regional alignments and diplomatic strategies, humanitarian and development challenges. The geopolitical dynamics of Afghanistan have significant humanitarian implications. The international community faces challenges in providing aid and development assistance under the Taliban regime, balancing humanitarian needs with political and security concerns. Economic integration. Afghanistan's integration into regional economic frameworks could transform its economy and improve regional connectivity. Success in such integration requires stable governance, infrastructure development, and cooperation among regional partners.